Hi, this is John Rosenhead, Jerusalem psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post of Pasha Shelach is titled Making a Name for Yourself. We read about the Meraglim in this week's Pasha that were sent into Eretz Yisrael to scout out the land and to bring back a report to the Bnei Yisrael in preparation for conquering Eretz Yisrael. And it's interesting that Rashi, in quoting the Medrash, explains that the Meraglim were great people. They were men of stature, they were leaders, they were tzaddikim, they were people that were actually hand-picked and chosen for this job. And that Moshe Rabbeinu only actually accepted sending the Meraglim when Hashem gave his permission. So we see that these people, the Meraglim, they were given the seal of approval, that they were seen as being appropriate for the task. And they were men of great stature and leadership qualities. And in contrast, if we look at the Gemara in Sota, it details the Meraglim and looks at the names of the Meraglim, how it indicates that the Meraglim were people of a corrupt nature, that their personality was flawed, that they had a rebellious nature. And this is indicated based on the meaning behind the Meraglim's name. So we see there's a discrepancy between Rashi, in quoting the Medrash, in viewing the Meraglim as being great people, perhaps tzaddikim of good, that they were good people, whereas the Gemara in Sota paints a different picture, one of a negative view of Rishayim, of evil people. So how can we understand this conflict, this discrepancy between Rashi and between the Gemara and Sota? So I think that the key to understanding this is what is the meaning behind a name? What is the significance behind a name in how it relates to a person's personality? So the Gemara, or the pasuk in Mishlei says, "Chanoch lana al pi darka," that you should educate a child in their own way, which means that you need to understand what is the unique qualities of a child, what is their unique personality, and tailor the education and the upbringing of a child based on their unique personality in order that they will be able to develop and flourish in a natural way and in a way that will make the best use and tap into the unique qualities and skills of the child. Whereas if an education is given in a general way, that they are compared to other children, or they're just given, or the education is not tailored or tapping into the unique qualities of the child, then it is an education which is missing a key ingredient. It's missing a key factor which will ensure the success of the child and the healthy development of a child. So this is the important message behind the pasuk in Mishlei of Chanoch lana al pi darka. And indeed, the Gemara in Shabbos explains that a child is born with a unique quality, with a unique personality which cannot be changed. But rather, what can be done is that the unique personality and the qualities of a person can be used for good or for bad. The unique personality itself cannot be changed, but how it is expressed in life is something which does have a certain amount of flexibility. And this is up to the person themselves in terms of how they're educated and how they implement these qualities and this uniqueness in their life. That will determine how their personality manifests and is expressed, whether for good or for bad. So if we take these two Gemaras, in fact, of Sota and Shabbos, which says the Meraglim, based on their name, indicated that they had a certain personality and essence, and this determined that they were evil people. And the Gemara in Shabbos, which says that a person cannot change their personality, but it can be, a person has the choice of how it is used. We can say that, and yes, a name does give a key, does give an indication of what a person's personality and characteristics are. However, that does not mean that they are defined by their name. A person still has the ability and the choice and the authority, in a sense, over their life to determine how they can make a name for themselves, how their qualities and characteristics can be implemented and can be used in their life for good rather than for bad. So if we look at the Meraglim, in fact, their names and their rebellious personality perhaps was what was needed to be a good spy, in the sense that these people were being sent to Eretz Yisrael, and they were going to look at Canaan and see that there were giants there, and it was a great, powerful city. It needs a certain type of personality that is rebellious to be able to look at these things, to not be intimidated, and to challenge it and say, no, we can still do it. We are still able to go into Eretz Yisrael and to overcome this mighty nation, and to overcome the giants or the powerful cities. by their rebellious nature, they would not be intimidated or put off by the task. So they, in fact, we could say that by their very personality of the Meraglim, they were perfect for the job. They were indeed good spies to send into Eretz Yisrael. However, the way that they used their personality, their rebellious nature, in fact, it turned out that it was used in a negative way rather than a positive way. It was used to bring back a negative report, a report that slandered the Eretz Yisrael and gave a message of despair, that they would not be able to overcome the power and the might of Eretz Yisrael. So we see that their rebellious personality was expressed in a negative way rather than in a positive way. So what we can say is that a name doesn't define us. A name gives an indication of who we are and what we can be. But at the end of the day, it's up to us. The onus is on parents, on ourselves now as adults as well, to use our names and the name that we've been given as an indication of who we are and what our personality is and the unique qualities that we have. But then it's up to us in order to use this and to try to tap into our unique qualities and personality in order that it can be expressed in the best way and the healthiest way to help us develop as well as possible in our lives, to be happy, healthy, and also productive people, that we achieve our goals and that we can use our qualities to the best of our abilities in order to make a name for ourselves. Have a great Shabbos and keep well.